It's a culture eruption on Granville Island. Today on the Express, celebrate Winterruption. On today's show,
Fire is always a bit of a theme for Winterruption.
hot jazz under the bridge with the only animal.
Trying to bring warmth to the cold February month.
Pop-up dances where you least expect it. The gritty grooves of the Nightcrawlers. And later, sustainable and delicious with Chef Rob Clark.
It's about the health of our oceans today.
See that and more, local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at Granville Island for the 6th annual Winterruption Festival. Music, dance, acrobatics, food, and all kinds of stuff for the kids. We're starting things off with a pint-sized perspective on this Winter Arts Festival.
You're gonna swallow that if you keep doing that, you know?
A cold, snowy day in Vancouver, perfect for a game of hockey. And here at the Winterruption Kids Zone, there are some big names on the ice. What brings the hockey guys out to Winterruption?
Well, we heard there were good ice conditions here, and I must agree that the surface has been quite good.
2 pucks! Oh, that's not fair!
We've been challenging about 3 to 5 year olds to matches. It's really awesome. There's lots going on in Granville Island.
You guys were playing the hockey guys. How was it?
Good.
They were pretty good?
Yeah.
What was the hardest thing playing the hockey guys?
Well, they were fighting.
The hockey guys have been here since our inception, so this is their 6th year down here at Winterruption.
Winterruption has loads of kid-friendly activities, like making musical instruments. Can you shake your instrument for me?
We're visiting Vancouver for today. We're visiting,
And face painting.
We've had face painting all day here, and it's been continuous despite the weather.
But the big highlight here is this musical procession of rainforest animals.
Live dance, theater, music. We have the rainforest procession with frolicking frogs.
There was stilt walkers, and they had costumes on, and they were dancing, and there was a band. It was kind of Caribbean meets Vancouver.
Not even a little cold winter weather is enough to keep these kids from taking in the sights and sounds of Winterruption. I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express. There's always all kinds of fun to be had for the kids here at Granville Island. The kids market near the entrance is open daily, and there are 28 shops inside. Plus, when the weather warms up, you can splash around in the water park next door. Today on The Express, it's all about celebrating the arts and culture of Granville Island in the heart of winter. And we're hearing from some of the creators that call this island home. So you guys are one of the newer artisans on Granville Island, but the art that you're doing, not that new.
No, definitely not. The style that we make brooms in comes from the shaker tradition, and a lot of the techniques we use come from the 1800s or earlier.
And you grew up doing this, so you were taught by your family. You guys opened the shop about 9 months ago. How's it been going?
Really, really good. Yeah, really good.
If I use a broom like this, is it really gonna like pick up all the cat hair and everything?
It will sweep much better than anything you'll buy in the hardware store.
Really awesome. Then the only thing I need is someone to actually do the sweeping for me. Yeah. Expand your services. Is it hard to get your work done with people coming in all the time watching it work?
Yes, especially when they're at my elbow.
Yeah, it's true. Right in here. But this is kind of the true spirit of Granville Island, though, hey?
But you know what's fun is that you get lots of energy from people because they love looking at your work, or they pretend to anyway. It's fun to hear what they have to say and talk to them and explain what you're doing, which is wonderful because a lot of people don't get to talk to artists. They see the work, but they don't see the the work performance.
Yeah, they don't see the artist themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
true. I
Yeah,
guess it's kind of like
exactly.
your own version of performance art. I love
Yes, it is.
And how long
So-
have you been on Granville Island for?
4 years.
Wow, well,
Yeah.
congratulations. You better
Thank
get back
you.
to work, though.
Oh.
I'll just keep looking over your shoulder. I'm like a backseat painter.
I do cat rings, I will do any sort of animal, but this one became part of this painting. The ring itself is, and we have been doing this concept now for quite a few years, where all my jewelry are immortalized on her paintings.
That's amazing. The husband and wife team,
So
hey?
there we have sort of another concept.
Great. And you've been on Granville Island for 25 years.
For 25 years
Congratulations.
this year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. So
Definite gem and gem. The island community spans over 300 businesses, studios, and facilities. It's also known for its great entertainment. And this year, Coastal Jazz and Blues Society has teamed up once again with the Winterruption Festival to promote some great local bands. And the Nightcrawlers, their music is all about having a good time, just like the festival.
They're one of very few bands where the organ is the driving force behind the music.
Nightcrawlers are about organ music, soulful organ jazz. It's a sort of a rare instrument. It's had a revival definitely in the last 10 or 15 years, but it's an orchestra actually unto itself, and to be able to have that anchoring the band and playing behind it and with it is it's fantastic.
Dedicated to preserving the thumping sound of 1960s jazz bands, the Nightcrawlers are a throwback to a lively era in music, gritty, symphonic, and spontaneous.
It's got like a humanity to it, you know. It's gritty, and it can be so many different things. It can be really beautiful and sensitive, but then it can also be like really funky and heavy and greasy, and it sort of encompasses a huge range of possibilities.
The root of the music is soul and fun. It's still improvising, and it's still jazz music in every way, but it's certainly more accessible than some of the other jazz that's out there. So people go, oh yeah, I really do like jazz, you know. So
Cahill formed the Nightcrawlers a couple years ago for a one-off performance at the Jazz Cellar in Vancouver, but the band just clicked. One thing led to another, and now the band has just released their second album called Down in the Bottom.
this music specifically is music that you can just sort of close your eyes. We played a lot together as a band, so when we get up there, it's really comfortable. We're really familiar with the music, so we can just get up and have a good time and not worry about a lot of stuff, you know.
And having a good time is key for the Nightcrawlers because they don't plan on striking it rich playing jazz.
We just want to play music and play for an audience and have a good time and hopefully sell a few records and, you know, pay our bills.
I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
You can find out more about the Nightcrawlers on Jesse's blog. That's jessiecahill.wordpress.com. You can also hear them in person. They play regularly at the Jazz Cellar on West Broadway. You're watching The Express, and stay with us because we've got more music along with art and food from the Winterruption Festival up next. After the break, it's a fire under the bridge.
Fire is always a bit of a theme for Winterruption in the sense of trying to bring warmth to the cold February month.
Feels like summer in the middle of winter.
It's a famous chef in the market. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.